Yo guys, what's up? I got the plays for you guys for the MLB games on Saturday. I got two plays for you that we're going to get into in 1 second. First, before we do, like always, please make sure to drop a like on this video, guys. It helps me out a ton. I'd really appreciate that. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel either. I post these free pick videos for you every single day, whether it's for the rest of the NBA Finals or the MLB. So make sure to subscribe to almost any of the future videos. Before we get into the plays today, I talk about it all the time, but I'm going to continue to talk about it for you guys just in case if you're new to the channel and you haven't heard this advice before. But my best advice that I give everybody that watches this channel is to use and take advantage of these deposit matches that all these apps give out. I know over the last 2 years, when it comes to sports betting, we all have seen and heard about all these apps coming out. It feels like every week there's a new app, but the best part about that is every app has a deposit match. So these three apps right here, Parlay Play, Chalkboard, and Sleeper, these three apps are my favorite three apps, and they all have a $100 deposit match on each one of them. If you use code GHOST before you deposit, you get the $100 for free. They also have free squares, free promos on top of that. All the links to these apps will be down below in the description of this video. Just click those links, download these apps, and again, make sure to type in code GHOST before you deposit to make sure that you get your $100 for free. It's going to take you probably 5 minutes to do, and if you get all three apps, obviously that's $300 for completely free. And again, like I said, extra free squares, extra free promos, stuff like that. I highly recommend to have these apps for the MLB season specifically because their payouts are better and their lines are way better than Prizepicks or Underdog. I like Prizepicks a lot for the football season. I like Underdog for the football season. But when it comes to baseball, I only use Sleeper, Chalkboard, or Parlay Play. I would highly recommend to get on these apps. Right now, personally, Parlay Play is my favorite app. You also get a $5 free game when you hop on. So free game right there, $100 for free. And again, they do have the highest payouts that I've found, at least personally. They seem like they have the highest payouts, and they always seem like they have the best lines on their app as well. Payout, withdraw, deposit, super, super easy on that app as well. Everything's been super smooth for me. So that right now is my favorite app, but I still do use Sleeper and Chalkboard a ton. But again, all links are down below. If you want to get up to $300 for free, guys, just make sure to use code GHOST before you deposit so you get your free money and you get your free promos, free plays, all that stuff. Again, links are down below. But let's hop into the plays today. So the first play I have for you guys is arguably my favorite play. I think both these plays are kind of tied for me, at least personally, as far as which one I like more. But the first play is going to be Gunnar Henderson over his fantasy score at 7.5. He's playing the A's in this game. As you can see, he has not been playing great this season. He had a fantastic year last season, but this season he hasn't been playing as great. These last 5 games, he especially has not been playing as great. But he still had 6 here, which isn't horrible. And then obviously he had the big 14 game right here. But playing the A's in this game, I think if you're ever going to take the over for Gunnar Henderson this season, this would be the time to do it. If you don't know who he's playing as far as pitchers goes, he's playing Luis Severino. If you don't know his history with that pitcher specifically, I'll read the stats off to you right now, but he has destroyed Severino in his career. He has had 6 at-bats against him. He got at least a hit on 5 of those 6 at-bats, which is insane. He's 5 for 6 against Severino in his career. One of those being a home run, and he also has 3 RBIs on top of all that. So he has literally destroyed Severino. When I look at taking the over on any hitters in the MLB, I always love to see their history against a specific pitcher. Personally, throughout everybody I've ever looked at in the MLB, I've never seen a player destroy a specific pitcher more than Gunnar Henderson destroys Luis Severino. Again, I don't want to jinx it. I tend to do that all the time on this channel. But as far as on-paper statistics goes, it almost doesn't get better than this. As far as history goes, when you're looking at a player versus a pitcher, again, this is literally the best I've ever seen. So 5 for 6 against him. Obviously, it's not like 6 at-bats is a ton, but when you get 5 hits, that's pretty good. Severino also this season has not been playing great. I think last game he gave up 9 hits and 8 runs to the Twins. So he has not been playing great this season at all, especially as of late. He's been playing even worse. Now he's playing Gunnar Henderson. Obviously, the total over-under score for this game is set at 10 or 10.5. So Vegas and the sports books are all thinking that this is going to be a very high-scoring game. And if it is, Gunnar Henderson should be a massive reason for that and a massive part of that. So I like taking Gunnar Henderson over his fantasy score at 7.5. The second play I have for you guys today is going to be Pete Alonso. We're going to go back to this Mets Colorado, series or a couple games here, and I know a ton of you guys have either made or lost a ton of money on this series. Personally, if you haven't watched my videos before, I absolutely love taking the overs on any players going against Colorado. All their pitchers suck. Their team sucks. They are just really, really bad at baseball. But Specifically, Pete Alonso is who we're going to be taking today because his RBIs is set at 0.5. Again, I don't know why they keep setting this at 0.5. This is another game where the over-under total score is set at like 10 or 10.5. So everyone's thinking this is going to be a super high-scoring game. The Mets are favored by a ton, so they should score another 5, 6, 7 runs again today. And if they do, Pete Alonso should get at least one of those RBIs. He's literally their cleanup crew kind of guy. You have, three guys in front of him that are going to go get on base, and then he is going to hit them home. That is literally his entire job description. So putting him at 0.5 RBIs is insane, especially when, again, Vegas, casinos, sportsbooks are all considering the Mets to have probably at least 5 or 6 runs tomorrow, if not even more. If they have 5 or 6 runs in a game, 95% of the time, Pete Alonso gets at least one of those RBIs. I mean, you could see what he's been doing. He's had 2, 5, 2, and 2, which is insane. So I'm definitely taking Pete Alonso over 0.5 RBIs tomorrow. Also, on top of that, the pitcher he's playing, last time he played him was literally like a week ago, and he had a home run against him. So he did really well against that pitcher on top of everything else. But that's my 2 plays I have for you guys for these games on Saturday. Again, make sure to drop a like on this video. I really do appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel either. Before we get out of here, I will remind you guys one more time. Chalkboard Sleeper, if you live in any one of these states, you can get all 3 of these apps. I'd highly recommend it. Again, personally, my favorite app as of right now is Parlay Play. Just make sure to use code GHOST before you deposit. You can't go back and change that afterwards, but as long as you type in code GHOST on these apps before you deposit, again, you will get up to $300 for completely free. And I know for a fact all of these apps have a ton of promos going right now, especially for the NBA Finals, so also go take advantage of that. Links are all down below in the description of this video. Just make sure to use code GHOST. Other than that, these are the 2 plays I have for you for these games on Saturday. Good luck with all your bets, and I'll catch you in the next video.